I'm Susan Harrow of PureSecrets.com, and we're here at Bay Marin Aikido and Katade Aikido with Ginny Breeland, 5th Dan, Aikido advice for women and a few men. And today, Ginny is going to demonstrate Morote, Dori, Kokyu variations.
So hi, Morote, Dori, Kokyu. When you've been around for a long time, you see many different movements. But my feeling is that though the shape may change, the form stays the same. So Pete, if I offer my hand to Pete and I use my sword, when I step in, you'll see that my hands are midline. Okay, my hands are right here midline. So one shape is that I will come in, and I'll come in with that midline form. Here, my hands are like a sword. I raise up and I throw. Another way of doing it is the hands are off to the side a little bit more. We'll come this way. When I step in, my hands are here. I'll raise up and I'll throw. So the hands are more out here instead of here. Okay. The only difference is that my body is in a slightly different position to take up the slack that is in Pete's hands, in his arms and his body. So you can do it midline as if you have a sword, or you can do it out here, as they say, like you're drinking a beer, or saying bonsai. Another difference is that I can step in deep and draw him to me and throw with my hip, or I can bring my uke to me with my hip and not even take a step. Okay, so the difference there is I stepped in deeply the first time. Second time, I didn't step in deeply at all. The forms look different, I guess, but I would encourage you more than that to look at what's similar instead of what's different. And what's similar is that they all have the same Kokyu motion, this motion, whether it's midline, whether it's like drinking a beer, and they all have the same commitment with the hip to bring the uke to you. So it's not dragging. The hip is present when you step in front. The hip is present when you step deep and you turn the hip to draw your uke to you. So our brains will go to what is different more than what is the same. And when you do that, the brain will also tend to make judgment calls as to what they think is better, or our way is better than that. And then here we go with progressing on to division, which doesn't really, it defeats the whole purpose of harmony, defeats the whole purpose of what Aikido is trying to say to you and to everybody else about being harmonious and having a oneness. So when you see something different, don't jump to that conclusion. Instead, hold your judgment. Look at what's similar. Try to do it all. Don't go on automatic pilot and just do what you know is what you think the best. Try to expand yourself and be flexible. In this sense, the form is still there. The shape will change because your uke is different. They may have stiffer arms, less flexibility. They may be taller or shorter. The shape has to change a little bit. So that is what I'd like to leave with you, is that with all these techniques, remember that the form stays the same. The form is consistent, and the form is what carries you through. The form stays the same. Sometimes the shape is what changes. Thanks.
Thank you, Sensei.